Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. As you know, the schools are opening after the summer break, and the most important thing which we need is the classroom rules. Why do we need the classroom rules? What is their significance? And what are the different classroom rules which we can display on the boards during these days, especially when the teachers are decorating the soft boards for the display of important messages for the arrival of students. I consider that these classroom rules will be extremely beneficial for majority of the teachers. So let's first understand that what is the significance of these classroom rules. Basically, my dear audience, the purpose of these rules is to maintain discipline in the class. If there will be no discipline, obviously there will be no proper education and no proper communication between the students and teachers. Therefore, these rules are of utmost importance. And we especially have to follow those rules when the bell rings and the change of teacher takes place. Sometimes at the departure of one teacher, the second teacher takes some time to rejoin the classroom, and in the meanwhile, there is a lot of disturbance in the classroom. At that time, the role of the class prefect has to be very prominent, and at that time, the classroom rules have to be followed more effectively. And the second time when the classroom rules have to be followed is the time when the teacher is delivering the lecture and she or he is trying to engage the attention of the audience. So let's start and look at the different classroom rules which I have composed before you. The first important rule, my dear audience, that you have to keep in mind that should be applied in your classroom is that you should train your students to raise their hands before communicating or passing any comment in the class. As you can see through this image that the teacher has trained her children to raise their hands. This will be a wonderful exercise and this will control the discipline of your class. The second rule that you can apply in your classroom is that you should ask your students to listen to you effectively. You can make this commitment with them that if they will become excellent listeners, you can make them excellent readers, excellent speakers, and excellent writers. So they have to oblige one of your requests, and you can give them three things, as I have mentioned before. The third rule that you can teach your children is that they should respect each other and there should be no culture of bullying or complaining against each other. That should be implemented very strictly in the classroom. Rule number 4, that they should follow the instructions very carefully. These instructions can be, for example, leaving the classroom or entering the classroom, what rules they should follow at that time. They can be regarding throwing garbage in the dustbin. They can be regarding the place of duster and whiteboard in the classroom. They can be regarding taking care of each other's belongings. Any instruction that you give them, you should advise them to follow those instructions carefully. The next rule, my dear audience, is that they should be trained to focus on learning activities. At the time of learning, their wholehearted focus should be on the focus of those activities instead of deviation from that. So that should be also encouraged for effective learning. Rule number 6, my dear students and my respected colleagues, is that we as teachers have to be kind and respectful towards our students, and the same thing we have to expect from our students to display with their teachers as well as with their classroom class fellows, because respect is a mutual thing. If you will give respect, you will earn respect. The next rule is almost the same regarding respect, but here the respect is that of the proctor's rules and regulations. Proctor is the prefect who is taking control of the class in the absence of the teacher. So the rule of the proctor should be monitored in the absence of the teacher. This absence can be very short, and obviously this cannot be more than 2 to 3 minutes. The next rule, my dear audience, is that you should train the students of your class to use bin for throwing rubbish instead of throwing garbage on the floor. The next important rule is that they should maintain class boards for different subjects. Just as you can see in this display picture, that the board has been used for different subjects like sciences, like business group, like science, like Urdu, English, mathematics, time, factor, whatever you want to teach your students according to the grade level, the different subjects should be allocated different space on these soft boards. And the most important rule is remember to display the rules and display them in your class at a prominent position where they can be referred to off and on during the classroom practice. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, do share it and do apply these rules in your classroom for effective teaching. Stay blessed and lots of best wishes for the new session. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.